Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here, and welcome back if it's not. Now in today's video, which is sponsored by AliExpress, I'm going to be attempting to build a new Game Boy. Well, sort of. So essentially, I have picked up an old Game Boy and a game from eBay, and this Game Boy isn't in the best of shape. And I've ordered this, and it's the HiSpeedio kit, which gives you some awesome upgrades to an existing Game Boy. And it essentially means that you can take a really badly damaged Game Boy and build a new one from scratch. And that's what we're going to do in this video today. So as you can see, the kit is around about the 60 to 70 pound mark. What I'll do is I'll put a link in the description to the kit that I purchased, and also I will put some codes on the screen sort of in between my hands that you can use to get some money off your next AliExpress order. Now these codes do have a limited life and will expire, so what I'll do is I'll try and make sure in the video description I keep some fresh ones in there. So if these codes don't work, then just use the ones that are in the video description. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the kit before we look at our donor. So the kit comes in two parts, and it actually arrives in two parts. Now the first part is this, and it is a screen mod kit. Now you've seen me install screen mod kits before. I've done a couple on different Game Boy devices, but I picked this one because it actually really interests me because it's different to the others, and that is because it has got a laminated screen, and that basically means that the screen glass and the screen are fused together in the factory, and you don't have any sort of weird alignment issues, which I think is really helpful because a couple of the mods I've done, I've got them in perfectly square, or at least I think I have, and then you use them and it's just a tiny bit off center or just slightly at an angle, and it's a bit frustrating. But that completely goes with a laminated screen because the screen and the glass are put together perfectly, and it should just work out of the box. And so yeah, that is what is in this little plastic case here. We'll have a little look at that shortly. And we've just got a few cards thanking us for our purchase. And then underneath here, we have got the sort of screen driver board and also the control board. So yeah, this is a completely replacement board for one of the boards in our Game Boy. And then here, we've got the driver board for our new screen. Now it's worth noting that you can install this screen mod into an existing Game Boy case, but it does require a lot of cutting and some sanding and filing to make enough room for the clearance of this laminated screen. So there is a fair bit of fettling involved to make it go into a standard case. It's not just cutting away a few pillars. You do actually have to sand things down and make them a certain thickness, which is shown in the instructions. And I don't really want to do that. And that's partly why I've gone and bought the whole kit, which includes a new shell, because that's already been done. The new shell is ready to accept our new screen, which is super handy. And speaking of the new shell, here it is. I actually think it's really good quality, especially for the price you're paying. Yeah, it just looks as good as the original one. Now you can pick up these in a variety of different colors as well, and there's some of the special edition ones that you can pick up, but I think for a replacement shell, it's actually great. I think if you put this next to an actual Game Boy, you'd struggle to tell the difference. I mean, I do have an actual Game Boy here. I think maybe this replica one is a smidge darker, but then a lot of these are actually quite dark now, the originals, because of the sort of light damage they received because of the unstable plastic. So, you know, yeah. It also has a little sort of party trick around the back. It's got USB-C charging. So you can get these kits where you get replacement battery doors and they've got replacement battery packs inside them that are USB-C chargeable, but this is sort of all in one. It comes with the kit. So you can add USB-C charging to your Game Boy, and also because you're buying the battery door from the same kit, it all matches really nicely. So yeah, inside here, we've got a battery pack, 12 1250 milliamp hour battery pack that will power our Game Boy eventually. And yeah, you can charge it through the little charging hole there. And as well as sort of the shell, you get replacements for pretty much all the consumables. So yeah, let's have a little look at the donor Game Boy that I've got, that I picked up on eBay. I can't remember how much I paid. I think I paid like 30 quid for it. And it's genuinely not in terrible condition. Obviously, it's missing the screen glass. There's some black down here on the screen that I don't really know what that is. It's a bit weird. I don't know if the screen's damaged. So yeah, I think this has got a damaged screen at least. But on the whole, it's actually not terrible. But we're still going to use it as a donor, and I think what I'll do is I'm going to retain the shell and the parts that we don't use, just so I've got like some spares. Now the question is, does it work? Well, it actually came with this Pokémon Silver game, and I don't think that works, but I think the Game Boy works. So let's turn it on and see. Because it's heavy, it came with batteries, which is dangerous. Don't send batteries in the post, or at least declare them if you do. So it powers on, and yeah, we just get the Nintendo black square like there's a problem with the game. I'm just going to quickly clean the contacts and see if that is the fault, because it could be, and we could have a nice free working copy of Pokémon Silver. I mean, the seller did also mention that he thinks this might be a counterfeit copy of Pokémon Silver. I don't know. It looks genuine, but I've not seen many fake Game Boy games. Let's see if it works after a good old contact clean. Oh, hang on. Oh my god, so we've got a working copy of Pokémon Silver. I might crack it open near the end and see if it's a fake or not. Okay, so we're starting off with a working Game Boy with a bit of a ropey screen and a free game. And you know what? I think when I finish this mod and this is all done, I'm going to give away my finished Game Boy that I build in this video to one of the viewers. But what you've got to do is watch really carefully, because I'm going to ask you a question at the end of the video. So yeah, stay tuned and keep your eye out, because the question could be about anything. So while I'm dismantling our donor Game Boy, I'm going to shout out all the awesome channel members. Now, channel members have joined either via Patreon, Facebook or YouTube, and you can scan the QR code on the screen or look at the link in the description to sign up for yourself. But anyway, this week our members are our Kip fans, who are Matt Lovies, JRC Electrical, For the Burbs, Wayne Cornish, Rob Lynn, Scott Made a Thing, Michael Wood, Draco MacGyver, Rebecca, Tom Wood and Abigail. Then you've got the Kip Early Birds, who are the amazing Tim Salt, Sorcerer Stan, Mark C and Will Bennett. And oh my goodness, I love these guys so much. They are the Kip lovers, and they are Bella Webster, Stez Sticks Fix, Lawrence, Scott Kendall, Props Retro Fix, Chelsea B, DD Media Production, J Russell Retro Gaming and Lee Benz. And then finally we've got the nuttiest people around. They are the Kip Nutters, and they are Becky Boobar, Alan Green and the My Mate Vince fan club over on Facebook. Thank you guys for all your support. And big love to all of my channel members. Now, if you just want to help support the channel, you don't have to become a member. Just hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel, and that will be amazing. Doing that is completely free, so yeah, no charge for that. Anyway, let's crack on with the rest of the video. So when you dismantle a Game Boy, you've got this flex ribbon cable that runs between the front board and the back main board, and you essentially just have to pull down the ribbon cable, and there you go, you've got the two sides that are separated. So we've got the soundboard down here, which our headphone jack is on, and then we've got, I think I'm right in saying this is the power board down here. And now we need to switch over to a Phillips head in our screwdriver because we've got to remove the 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Okay, so our headphone port is loose now. And I think this should be loose. Nice. And there is the main board of our Game Boy, and we're going to keep this and use this for our new shell. It's actually in pretty good condition, all things considered. I don't know if we get a speaker with this kit. We don't get a speaker. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we do need to borrow the speaker from this one. Well, that's okay, we can do that. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're worrying about the main board, let's get it inside our new shell. So if we take the battery out of here, there we go. And then we put this guy in position. Does this come with a new power switch? Oh, it does. Okay, it comes with a black power switch. There we go. So power switch. I will take the cover off as well, because we've got a nice new cover for our port. And we do have the correct screws as well. They've actually gone and used the Y-shaped screws and also the Phillips head screws, which is great. What's really good is the replacement screws are magnetic, and usually on these kind of kits you don't get magnetic screws with them, or well, the screws that contain the metal that makes them magnetic. They're usually sort of slightly cheaper feeling ones. So now we just need to put our battery in, and this side of the kit is done. There we go. Excellent. So this half of our Game Boy is in and looks amazing. Looks really good. So we do need to disassemble this to remove the speaker. You can actually order like brand new replacement speakers from AliExpress. So if you're ordering one of these kits, I'd say chuck one of those in as well. I thought I had a spare one, but I don't, so I will just harvest the one from here. Yeah, this does have damage to the screen at the bottom here, which is a shame. If you do like content like this, please do hit that like button and maybe subscribe to my channel as well. I'm on the path to 25,000 subscribers, and it would be really awesome to have you along for the journey. I've got so many fixed videos coming up, and I've got a whole stack of videos from the past that you will definitely enjoy. So yeah, give us a bit of love and give us a bit of a subscribe. So I guess we should now mount our speaker onto this new board. So let's do that. Nice. So I guess it's time we turn our attention to this side of the shell. So this gives you an idea of the amount of cutting and filing that's involved between making the two different sides of the shell. So obviously on the right is the original shell, and on the left we've got our cut, filed and sanded version. So let's have a look at this laminated screen in all its glory now. So yeah, we've essentially got our screen here, we've got some sticky going around the edge, and this is our screen connector here. So I'll peel away the adhesive. Right, so I guess this goes sort of in. Going to put the screen connector in first. Also, there is a screen protector on there, and you've got to make sure the tab isn't tucked in, so that is laying on the top there. It's really difficult to see, but that is definitely on the right side. There we go. Nice. That is in and in position. I'm sure it's a little, it is. it is actually a bigger screen than the original. Right, I'm going to leave the screen protector on while I carry on the rest of the work. But first we need to put on our screen driver board. So essentially, I feel like that's going to sit there like that, and our connector for the screen is going to bend round and clip onto this board. Right, so I'll use the double-sided tape and just make some strips that can hold our board in position. So yeah, this board will go in something like that, but we need to get this connector on first. So I think what I'll do is I'll switch to the microscope so you can see this connector and how it works a little clearer. So we've got this connector here and we've got this here, and essentially we have to bring the two together and also at the same time fix this in position. I'm just getting a start on the tape. Nice, and that connector's all locked off, so should be ready to install our main board now. Well, that is looking good. That installed really nicely. Those little connectors are a bit fiddly, but you kind of get used to them. And yeah, this is held into place nicely with that tape. So we're actually nearly there. Something that I was worried that I'd forget, but I won't, is we will install our new buttons and gaskets. Now the speaker has a sort of key on the edge of it there, and that needs to go into the keyhole on the speaker slot. There we go. So now we've just got to screw this board in position. Let's get this connector in. There we go, that's in. And then finally, we've got a new big ribbon connector. So that goes in like that. Tight fit, but we're in. So now we just need the other half. Cool. Right, let's get this screwed back together. That looks cool. It does look like a legit original Game Boy. The only giveaway is the black power button, but that's okay, that's fine. And also, I guess the fact it's got a lot bigger screen. Shall we see if our Pokemon Silver works okay? And see how different it looks? I mean, hopefully it should look quite a bit different. Whoa! That is mad. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me use a bit of magic and we can run the two side by side so we can see how it looked before and how it looked afterwards, and we can see, well, hopefully quite a substantial difference. Okay, so the brightness control on the side works. So that is as dark as it gets. And that is as bright as it gets. I think if we press it, oh look, there we go. So we get some different color modes. So that's sort of quite like an original Game Boy. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole variety of colors. So you can give it that sort of greeny Game Boy look should you wish to. Now also this screen mod does have a little menu, and if you press and hold down the contrast wheel, it appears, and you can alter the brightness, the vertical position, the horizontal position, and you can also turn on and off a pixel effect. So you basically just press the contrast button to alter it. So there we've got like a grid pixel effect, should you wish to have that. And you can also put a battery meter in the corner, which is pretty cool. So I'll put that on. And FRM is to do with transparency. Now the Game Boy has a weird way of making things look transparent where it flickers things really quickly. If you do have trouble with transparency, then you can just alter that, and you can turn it either on or off, and that will fix any issues. So yeah, now up in the corner we've got a battery bar which tells us the current battery life. It's a bit difficult to see, but I suppose it's nice to have. And yeah, you can either wait for the menu to time out, for it to disappear, or you can press and hold the wheel again and it disappears of its own accord. I've got the Game Flash GB Pro, which now allows you to play all your games that you've got backed up from your original Game Boy collection. And yeah, this is another AliExpress buy that I really love. So if we go to the Game Boy, I think GBW is Game Boy World. I think we press B. That's it. So we've got some different games here. F1 race, no way. So if we press B again, there we go. We want to load and start. Oh my God, I haven't played this game in years. This was me and my friends used to have a Game Boy club, and we used to meet up and do multiplayer of this game. And yeah, to switch games, you just turn it off and turn it back on again. And if you press the start button, it will play the last game that you loaded. But if we go to Game Boy English, and then Simpsons, yes. Load and start, let's do it. Eat my shorts. Oh no. Right, well, we've established that this works really well. I'm so pleased with how that kit has turned out. It's just mind-blowing and it looks incredible. I want to see if this cartridge is real or fake. I think the actual proper Pokemon Silver might have a sort of silver effect to it. So I think this might be a fake cartridge, but I've never seen a fake cartridge before. I've got a vague idea of what real cartridges look like. So let's see. What do we reckon? Real or fake? I feel like this might be a fake. Yes. Yes, for a start, there's blob chips, which you don't normally find in a real one. And also, actually that's pretty cool, it's got a replaceable battery. And the original ones had non-replaceable batteries, so that's pretty good. So yeah, although it is a fake, it's actually better than the original in some ways because you can take the battery out and replace it and it will store your save games, but yeah. Okay, well that's fine. The seller didn't sell it as real or indeed working, so we've got a game and yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, if you want to win this Game Boy and also the flash cartridge with all those games on, you can. Now, all I need you to do is answer this really simple question. And the question is, what 2 changes have happened to me since this video started. There have been two subtle-ish things that are different about me since this video started, about my appearance. So if you spotted that in the video, let me know by sending me an email with your name, the answer, and also your address to gameboy@kiphakes.tv. That's gameboy@kiphakes.tv. I can only open this for UK viewers only, so people in other countries, I'm really sorry. I'll try and think of something that I can run for you guys in the future. But yeah, this is for UK only people. And we will run it till the end of March. So you've got plenty of time to enter. So yeah, let me know the two things that have changed about me since the start of this video. One's quite subtle, the other not so subtle. But yeah, let me know in an email and you can enter to win this competition, and I'll pick someone at random and they'll get this very Game Boy and that flash cartridge so they can play lots of different games. Well, there you go. I think this kit has been a resounding success and I'm really, really happy with how it's turned out. It's not the cheapest kit you can buy, but it is a complete kit and it's produced a really nice polished result. So yeah, if you're interested in it, I'll make sure the links are in the description and also some coupon codes for you to use as well. So yeah, if you've got this far in the video though, maybe put, "Oh, it's a shame that Pokemon's fake," in the comments, and that'll let me know that you've hit the end of the video. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but for now, it's game over.